Are you looking to take your personal finances to the next level? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not, with your host, Joseph Sangle.
Well, welcome to the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by Fully Funded Life. My name is Joe Sangle. We are fired up every single week on Monday to come to you with some helpful, right now relevant tips to help you prosper, help you move forward in your financial journey, and live a fully funded life, being able to do exactly what you've been put on earth to do, regardless of its cost or the income potential. And I am joined, as always, with my co-host, Megan Hibbard. Tell us what episode number we're on, and how are you doing today?
We are on episode 241, and I'm good. Yeah.
There we go. That's awesome. I remember I would get you said 241, and for some reason it triggered it here, tomorrow. Tomorrow, everybody, is Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And I would get these love notes in the mail from Jen, and she would write hidden notes under the stamp.
Oh.
Do you remember these?
No.
And it would always say 143.
I love you.
It means I love you. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. It took me like a year to figure that out. But it's for the number of letters in there. I love you. It's like 143. But this is episode number 241. So it means 2-4-I.
2-4-I.
Yeah, I don't know. 2-4-I. I don't know. It's making fun of me with my glasses. There we go. Let's talk about love.
Yes. So this month we're talking about love. Last week we did L. So L was for language.
Watch your language.
Yep. So if you didn't get to listen to it, make sure to go back and listen to it. It'll help you prepare for this episode. And so this week we're talking about O. So O stands for opportunity.
Opportunity. By the way, you have an opportunity to be prepared for Valentine's Day tomorrow. So get something. Don't miss it. But when we look at opportunity, it has a definition. We went to dictionary.com. And we got a definition. Mm-hmm. And what does it mean?
Yes. A situation or condition favorable for attainment of a goal.
That's a big word on a Monday.
I looked at it and I was like, attainment.
Yeah. You know what happens when you go to the dictionary and the definition requires you to look it up in the dictionary?
One of those moments where your brain just like completely goes,
this
weird.
is an opportunity.
There's nothing there.
So defined on dictionary.com, it's a situation or condition favorable for attainment of a goal. And, as a couple, I'm confident you're trying to attain several goals, and all of them directly or indirectly cost money. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we learn through all of our coaching, through all of our teaching, is that human beings spend disproportionate amounts of time focused on addressing obstacles, or in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Obstacles. Right? So we spend all the time thinking about obstacles. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, all of us face financial obstacles. Like Megan, what are some financial obstacles that you and Jordan have had to address?
Yeah, so I listed 2 here, but one of them was going from 1 to 3 children.
So that's a recent obstacle.
A very recent obstacle. Plus the cost of inflation.
Oh my goodness.
So, if you got to think, we're spending twice as much on everything. So twice as much on diapers, twice as much on food, twice as much on, XYZ, everything. But it's like that, but it's also the cost of inflation. So I heard a stat, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I heard that the average family is spending $400 more a month just with the cost of inflation, everything you're spending, everything's gone up. Eggs cost like $18 now. I saw something last night and it made me laugh. It said this year for Easter, we're going to have to paint potatoes because you can't afford eggs. And I thought that was really funny. It's just the cost of inflation plus adding 2 kids.
Good grief. That's funny. I hadn't thought of that. Hopefully the price of eggs is back down by Easter. But, I never knew that 1 egg would equal 2 quarters, 50 cents. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And you also have other challenges.
Yeah. So another one would be we need to put new tires on both of our cars, actually, which does create a financial obstacle or
challenge.
Opportunity.
There we go. And I bet you tire prices have went up as well, So those obstacles that you guys are facing, some financial obstacles that I've been facing some of them for a while, is businesses that ceased functioning due to COVID. So we had businesses that didn't die. They just went in a long-term winter's sleep and summer sleep and fall sleep. They hibernated for a while and finally have emerged out of that. And then, trying to replace a vehicle and thinking, oh man, prices are going to go down. And instead they went through the roof on new and used vehicles.
Wild.
And so we want to invite some comments. In fact, we would like to ask the question. You can share it on YouTube or on Facebook. What is a financial obstacle you've had to address recently? In fact, as we were preparing this episode, I went on Facebook and said, what is a financial obstacle you've had to face recently? And we got a ton of comments. Yeah. Of course, we got the one. We had a one person. Do you know what she said?
What did she say?
That's really none of your business.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
Respond.
So she could have just scanned by, but she chose to be a snark. Really nice. I wanted to respond, that is a weird financial obstacle.
How do you afford that?
Yeah, how do you afford that? How much does that cost? That's really none of your business. That's exactly how she said it. It's none of your business. But a lot of people were very kind in sharing that they have humans and share a common human experience. And we saw that somebody had an illness that they had to take in medical bills, unexpected medical bills. We had a person who had to replace their tires. We had a person who had a major car repair and then it didn't fix it. They had to go again. No. And, we had everybody all the time is facing financial obstacles. It's just part of life. Life costs money. And so really what we want to do is, since we spend a disproportionate amount of time focused on obstacles, we wanted to change this conversation in Love Month to change our language and focus on the other O, and that is?
Opportunity.
That's right. So think about a new relationship. Are you thinking about all the obstacles? No, you're thinking about the opportunities. Like when you met Jordan, share some of the opportunities that you're like, there's some opportunities here. What were the opportunities that you were thinking of? You're in love.
Yeah.
What are the opportunities?
You think about, the places that you'll go, the family.
Like where you went to Santorini. Is that Greece? Is that part of Greece or is it its own place? But you went there. If you've never seen this place, you should Google it. Because when you saw the pictures, when you sent the pictures, I was insanely jealous. I don't know if you sent them or posted them on Instagram or whatever it was, but it was incredible.
Yeah.
What other opportunities are you thinking of?
You're thinking about the family you're going to create.
Oh.
Or the adventures.
Did you dream of 12 children? No. An even dozen?
I dreamed of 2.
And how many you have?
And we have
you got 2 at a time. There we go.
Yep. Or, the adventures you'll go on, the things you'll see, the, trips, all the fun things.
All the fun.
Yeah.
You don't think about the obstacles.
You're not thinking about the finances.
It's like, hey, after being married only 63 years, you're going to die. That's not what you're thinking of.
So depressing.
Jeez Louise. it's true. Maybe. But the language that you use, that sounds very pessimistic. Refer to previous week, episode number 240. Okay. So we're talking about opportunity. I remember, I was thinking about the fun we're going to have. I was thinking about the Sangle Nijakowski hybrids that we would have, these little kids and how beautiful they'd be. I was thinking about, being able to, just live daily life and have each other in each other's corner and, me and you, and it's the Hallmark Channel. It's a Hallmark Channel, baby.
It is.
That's what it is.
You don't watch the Hallmark Channel for reality.
It's Clydesdale horses and snow and jingling bells.
Yeah.
It's galloping through the grass pastures with all the spring flowers. That's what it is. Think about it. You think about opportunities. And while we will constantly face challenges and obstacles, let's be sure to give those opportunities an equal place at the table. So we're here to inspire you to think about your opportunities today. And so what are some ways that we could kind of conjure that up and make sure that gets manifested?
Yep. All right. So the first one is spend time dreaming and planning.
That's right. Spend some time dreaming and planning. Where do we want to go next? What are fun things we want to do as a family this year? What fires up your spouse? Spend some time dreaming and planning. That's really important, isn't it? Like dreaming and planning.
Yeah.
There's no place for obstacles there.
No.
Dream.
And the majority of the time, for most people, it gets them excited when they plan and they dream and it fires them up. That's why we say the first thing you should do is write down plans, hopes, and dreams. Like you should write down the things that are going to propel you forward, the things that are going to make you keep going when you're budgeting or when you're paying off debt or that kind of stuff. But it should be fun and exciting.
Absolutely. And when we think about this, it's hard sometimes to start dreaming and planning because we have our right now reality that is facing us and the challenges. But what I find is if you just get started then you can start exercising that opportunity, that opportunity muscle, and really be able to really start to dream, which is awesome.
Yep.
And then another tip for focusing on opportunities versus obstacles is what?
Yep. So budgeting time equals opportunity time.
What does that mean?
Yep. So don't just think about budgeting as a way to overcome the obstacle, view it as a way to accomplish the opportunities. So you're budgeting, maybe you're on month 3 and you're like, this is not what I want to be doing, but it is.
Yes.
Because it helps you to get to the plans, hopes, and dreams.
Right.
It helps you get to
Right.
the vacation in Bora Bora.
That's
it helps
what I'm talking
you buy
about.
The new car. It helps you,
It allows you to accomplish small dreams too. Like, where I can tell you what I'm fired up about right now. Like, for Christmas every year, we redeem the company credit card points, and we give out cash and gift cards, some combination of them. And you got some gift cards.
And cash.
And cash. Okay, well, that's good. And you got gift cards to where? Do you remember?
Longhorn.
Longhorn Steakhouse. So a meal.
And was it?
Did you get TJ Maxx?
Home Good, TJ Maxx.
Yeah, Home Good, TJ Maxx cards, which is awesome. Well, I got some gift cards to Best Buy. Oh. Now, Best Buy cards are like, it's not, I didn't get enough, but I have a short-term dream, a little opportunity, is I want to put a TV in my barn.
Okay.
Right? And so my thought is we could take the TV in the house and move it out there and replace the one in the house. That way I'm not putting a brand new one in my barn. But I'm wanting to be able to bring the Boy Scouts over and do training sessions in the barn.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm wanting to be able to watch football sometimes in the barn while I'm tinkering on something. I would love to have some shows that I could actually see instead of on my little phone and I could just see it. And so right now, when I go to a budget session, I'm trying to find ways to find money to put towards the new TV fund, which TVs, you can buy an amazing TV for not so much.
You could also, I saw this at TJ Maxx, I could use my gift card for. They have a projector that you can sit your phone in and it projects onto a wall.
How much is that?
Like, I don't know, 15, 20. No,
Are you
it's
serious?
probably like 20 bucks. 25.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I need to try that.
We bought it. I think it was actually more like 25. We bought it for a gift exchange Jordan did with his work.
And does it work?
I guess I have to ask who got it, but everyone tried to steal it like multiple
There we
times.
go. See, look, we're talking about budgeting and opportunity. And I found another opportunity. Isn't that awesome? But here's the deal. Like, I just wanted to just say it's for big things like what you said, Bora Bora, which somebody's mind exploded about the idea of that, which in this month of February, especially for all of our friends in Canada and northern states, they're all like, good grief. Yes, please, Jesus. Thank you for creating Bora Bora. But I would go in August as well, just so you know.
Anytime.
But here's what I would just say. It's also for those smaller dreams, those little things in life, those little slices of fun that are awesome. So that's another tip. What's another tip?
Yep. So figure out ways to make the dream happen. So what could we do differently? Who could help us? And where could we go to learn more?
Yes. And that's so fun, especially as a couple in Love Month, to think about these ways that we could make this dream happen. When we ask those questions that you said really quickly, let's rattle them off again, but do one at a time, and I'll do a quick counterpunch to it.
Yep. Okay. So the first one, what could we do differently?
That idea of different is awesome. That's exciting because if you're not careful, marriage can become this repetitive thing. You feel like you're stuck in some grind, and being able to change things up. What could you do differently? Well, that causes you to think differently, and that's fun. Okay, what's the other one?
All right, the next one is who could help us?
Who could we go reach out to? Who's these friends? Who's this couple that we know of but we don't know them that we could reach out to because they have knowledge? Maybe we want to get started in investing, or we want to flip houses, or we want to go to Bora Bora and we know they went. So could we get dinner with them and go here and get all the tips and the tricks and the ideas? Who could help us? That you learn more people, and that's always engaging for life. And what's the other one?
Yep. So the other one is where could we go to learn more?
Well, you could be challenged to go to the library. You could be challenged to go to a town you've not been to that's 30 minutes away, but you never go there. Like, have you been to Pumpkin Town lately? We have Pumpkin Town in South Carolina.
I have been to Pumpkin Town.
Yeah.
Not lately, but I have.
Have you been to Slab Town lately?
Slab Town?
Slab Town.
No.
That's close too. Have you been to Cowpens?
I have been to Cowpens.
Yeah, you just go. You can have fun just saying we're going to Cowpens.
There's a battlefield or
there's
something.
There's a pen of cows, obviously, and Pumpkin Town is full of squash. But it's fun, and that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And the fourth tip to make sure that you give opportunities an equal place at the table with those obstacles is what?
Take time to learn.
Yeah, take some time to learn. Yeah. This money thing is going to chase you all your life, or you're going to chase it all your life. And if you purposefully take time to learn, especially as a couple, about this topic, just like you want to learn about Bora Bora and you want to learn about the other things, we have the Fully Funded Life courses or challenges. This could be something that to demonstrate your love for each other. I know this seems weird. You could allocate an hour to go through one of the courses. Yeah. Hey, what do you want to get better at? We want to get better at investing. Okay, we're going to watch the investing course. Mm-hmm. Hey, we want to get better at budgeting. We're going to watch a budgeting course. Hey, we need to really learn to save for known upcoming non-monthly expenses. Well, we're going to watch that one. We want to learn more about living a fully funded life, so we're going to watch a Rung number 9 course. Whatever it might be, take time to learn. Yeah. Go to a financial seminar. Find out where we're traveling to next. Go find somebody else who's teaching on it. Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, David Bach, David Chilton, whatever it is, take time to learn this stuff. Go meet with your financial advisor. That will help you focus not only on obstacles, but on your opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So after listening to all this, what is your single angle?
Well, you know what my angle is? I love opportunities because I'm an optimistic person. And so this is an easy conversation for me. But I recognize it's a challenge for those that are more naturally pessimistic. And so what I would encourage the optimist to do in the couple is to recognize that same thing if their spouse is more pessimistic and make sure you create an environment that fosters dreaming. And as you're saying, if you're sitting in a house, you see the to-do list. So you're never going to be able to focus on opportunities. So you have to go away. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Jordan knows that. Mm-hmm. And I know that for Jen, the same thing is true. She will see the list. So we've got to remove from the situation. Plus, she likes doing. Mm-hmm. So I found sitting in the car where you're just kind of, you have to be.
Do a whole lot.
Well, then that's the time to have the conversation. That's the angle.
Yep. Okay, so for me, there's negative all around us. So let's focus on the positive. So one thing I had a counselor tell me one time is you imagine these negative thoughts as like sand, and there's a marble coming down the sand. So it makes a path. So you have to physically push the marble back up to the top to make a new path. So every time a negative thought is popping in your brain, you're physically having to tell yourself, let's push it back up and let's create a new path. So we're creating new paths every time. And you can actually create new paths in your mind. It's wild. So let's stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the opportunities.
I like it. Yeah. We're here with Megan Hibbard, noted psychologist, giving us some really deep tips there. Really, for real. That might be worth the entire listen. So go back and replay the last minute and a half on Megan's take there. That's an excellent take.
Thank you.
Maybe one of the best ones you've ever had. That was awesome. So way to go. Hey, listen, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Have a great time with the one you love, with those that you love in your life. And we do encourage you, focus on the opportunity. Have a great week, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Monday Money Tip Podcast, presented by I Was Broke, Now I'm Not. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review and subscribe. And for more great content and to stay up to date, visit iwbnin.com. We'll catch you next time.